Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do another quick economy video for anybody who hasn't had a chance to really watch what's going on. We're starting to see some of the big swings that we see because of the requirements of the hideout, people buying stuff for the hideout, with some other stuff that's in there that's task related. So I wanted to do a quick little update here for the economy to show you guys what you should be keeping, especially if you see it in raid. One of the first ones I wanted to start off with was the shotgun suppressor, the Salvo 12. People are getting into their tasks where they need to use suppressor or need to use shotguns, and a lot of people like using the suppressors. Some of them do need some of the tasks need a suppressor too. So these suppressors are some of the most valuable suppressors in the game right now. So if you do stumble across these, they're huge. They look really, really big in the real world. They're not hard to, or they're pretty hard to miss. So make sure you keep on to those because I've sold them as high as 85, 90K. Just kind of depends on the time of night and the day. Excuse me, still getting over a cold. Next up is everything related to the Bitcoin. Now, relays have come down a little bit because people aren't using them for other parts that are hideout, but you're still worth keeping. Same thing with circuit boards. These are going to stay cheap because you can actually make these. You can make these in the Workbench, so there's a good supply of these, but you can't make fans and you can't make PSUs. So fans are worth over 20,000 now, and in a busy time of the day, they're going to push 30. So keep all the CPU fans you come across. Same thing with PSUs. These things are worth an absolute fortune now, and they're only going to get more expensive for a little while. So you're talking 100, 115, maybe even 120K if you get lucky on a PSU, which is fantastic for a 4-slot item. And on top of that, because PSUs are worth so much, it drives up the price of capacitors, because in the Workbench you use PSUs to make capacitors right here with this trade. So this has made capacitors go up in price too. We'll look at them real quick. So you're seeing these things sell 15, 17, 18, even 20,000 again, depending on the time of the day. So these weren't worth much a couple of days ago. Now they're worth a ton. Kind of looking forward. I've just gotten my Bitcoin farm done. I've just gotten my booze generator running. So you're going to start to see sugar and purified water increase. And because aquamarines are going up in price, because people are basically getting their barters for them. So these were selling for 25,000 today. They've come down because it's the middle of the night. But because of that, you're going to see silicone tubes go up in price. These things were selling for 10, 11. Now they're going to be pushing 18, 20,000. So another great item to hang on to. One other secret component over here in the rest base is the like button. And if you hit it, you will make more money. I promise you. And you can't hold me accountable for it because it's YouTube, and what are you going to do besides not hit the like button? In all seriousness, no, hit that like button. It helps out the channel a bunch. I greatly appreciate it. I try to make these videos short and fast for you guys and not eat up too much time. And that's how you can say thank you, is by hitting the like button and sharing. But yeah, let's get back to it. Now, going forward, you're going to see a couple items get more expensive as well. In the Intelligence Center, people are going to start crafting stuff for their tasks, just like I am with the Vertexes, the RFIDs, the CFDMs if they don't get them, which means military circuit boards are going to be worth a small fortune for quite a while now. They're pushing 100K. They might even get into the 120K range as more people get into these tasks and are crafting these items, as well as broken G phones. So these things are pretty cheap right now, right? But the interesting thing is they're needed to craft thumb drives. So I feel like, and vertexes, which the vertexes then lead to graphics cards. So vertexes are absolutely worth a fortune right now. So a lot of people are crafting those in their hideout. Excuse me. So you're going to see, I think, broken G phones start to come up in price. I've got, just to put my money where my mouth is, you can see I've got a whole bunch of them here. I'm waiting for them to go up in price. As far as saving money, right now is the time to get things like RAM for making vertexes. It's super cheap. You'll see this push 20,000 here once everybody starts getting into that. And then CPUs are really low right now. But again, once people start getting into that graphics card stage and everybody gets their Intel Center level 2, they'll start crafting those like crazy. We've already seen Intel go through the roof as well, which potentially has the ability to drive secure flash drives up as more and more people get Intel level 3 and can actually make Intel here. Like I've got Intel 3, so I can make this right now. Aside from that, any of your parts that are need for the gunsmith tasks, which you can go check out my gunsmith guides there. It talks about those things like mini monster suppressors, some of the grips, Some of the very specific callouts like Zenit parts are going to be in high demand as people start working through their hideout options. Just remember that if you're doing, or I'm sorry, not hideout, their gunsmith options. Just remember, if you're going through your gunsmith options, if there's a very specific part called out required, it probably has a barter. So make sure you look for that before you go spend 100 or 200,000 on your part. Well, that wraps up the video. I hope you guys liked it. If so, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe so you see when new content shows up. I stream on Twitch most weeknights, so come by and say hi there if you want to. And we have a Discord full of chilled, laid-back people who love to help out and answer questions, as well as brag about some of our awesome loot. So the link for that's down in the description too, so you can join there if you want to. Lastly, as always, thank you guys for watching the video. Your support is amazing and helps out in more ways than you guys can imagine. So with that, we'll wrap it up, and we'll see you in Tarkov.